number one. If you build it, they will come. Our customers want our transaction sales cycles to be mostly automated. We think that this is what people are looking for. We think that they want nothing but automation and convenience and everything at their fingertips. But it's kind of interesting when you start digging into the numbers on things like this. So there's a few risks of automation to be very aware of when you start to use it. A couple of them are out-of-control notifications. If I order a dog bone on Amazon, I don't want 35 notifications about when the order has been completed, when it's been shipped. It's now held up in Chicago. It just got to my front door. It's been stolen by a porch pirate. And here's where to go if you don't like the dog bone. I don't need a million notifications. One of the problems with certain platforms is you hear realtors saying, man, my clients got so lost in notifications. I got so lost in notifications that I think I was probably missing the important stuff. So there's one potential risk of automation. Another is incomplete data. BombBomb released a film that you should check out, I think just yesterday, and the name of it was basically a bad variable. Isn't it great when it's like, Dear Default, we love you and we care so deeply for you and you mean so much to us, Default. You are a huge part of our business, Default XX _. And so incomplete data leads to bad variables, which leads to a loss of personal touch. There is 100% a place for automation in our business. We're seeing it every day. We're going to see it continue to grow over the coming years. But don't get lost in thinking that everybody wants it. Because at the end of the day, survey says, we interviewed a handful of top producing agents in different parts of the Northwest. 70 to 30% said that notifications on the status of their order in their transaction management system would be somewhat beneficial. 70%, that's the best. Quite beneficial and very beneficial was only 30%. What did they say? We like emails. So it's something to keep in mind. There is a place for automation 100%. Don't get lost in using it to replace your relationship with your clients because they say they want emails. Can anybody I see this slide, representative. I won't do it. But this is Verizon, right? And your representative, zero. What does that mean? We're tired of complete automation. We've started to go away from that over the last decade or so. Have you noticed that? You call the cable company now, there's a chance you might talk to somebody a little sooner. It's still a total pain, but they're realizing that we're tired of having nothing but automation. And so we don't want to do that, and the proof is in the pudding. So one of the things that WFG Directs use on the West Coast to aggregate and attract and generate reviews is a company called GatherUp. So being the nerd that I am, Justin Stutz and I went through and aggregated out some of the keywords, and I don't know how many are on this, so I'm probably going to skip to the next slide and then I'll have to go back. Hey, there I did. Okay. So we aggregated the keywords out pre-pandemic. Okay? This is when life was still normal, things were good, we were feeling good, rocking and rolling, and the whole world had not gone to hell in a handbasket overnight on March 13th. Right? People were talking about things like process, transactions, timing, checklists. It was a very transactional conversation from our clients' points of view. It was all about getting the job done. March 13th, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Here we are a couple years later. And am I the only one that's like, this is like the greatest thing ever? Like, I want hugs from everybody. I'm so excited to be in person because I was dreaming about this like 2 years ago. It went from that to 2020 into this year. It was about how we're making people feel. It was about their experience. They were feeling appreciative. They were excited that things were clear and concise and they could understand them. They were comfortable with the process. They were excited about being a part of a team and having a team on their side. They thought our people were helpful. They were understanding. It shifted from totally transactional to totally experiential. Now, we are humans. We have a short-term memory. Will this last forever? No way. We forget wars. We forget all kinds of stuff very quickly. But right now, we have turned into an emotional society that is looking to have a great experience. I'm not as worried about my transactional process. I'm more worried about how I'm made to feel. So at the end of the day, it's hard to automate some of these feelings, and I think the proof is in those points. Use automation and technology to enhance your customer experience, not hide behind it. So many times people implement a new technology and we implement things that we think are good. We don't necessarily ask our clients and customers, hey, do you think this would be cool? We think it's going to help us, it's going to help our systems, it's going to help our process. But at the end of the day, how are our clients going to feel about that? Stop hiding behind technology. I love this statistic. I'm a nerd. I like stats. 39% of consumers say speaking to a live salesperson is make or break for good service. What does that lead me to think? They want to talk to a human. Do you guys like talking to humans, or do you like everything to be 100% automated? It has to be a mix between the two, and the stats don't lie. So when Pat said yesterday that we're a ways from a completely automized transaction process, I tend to agree with him, because at the end of the day, that's not necessarily what our clients are asking for.